Look, not too long ago, Stacey Abrams was a rock star, at least in New York and Hollywood circles. She was getting incredible press. Came very close to beating Kemp last time. Famously refused to concede. Claimed it was voter suppression that cost her the election. She is now running consistently behind Brian Kemp in all the polls, by a lot more than she lost in 2018. What explains that? And I want to ask in particular about two big blows she had in the last couple of weeks. One, losing, a wipeout in the Fair Fight lawsuit alleging voter suppression in 2018. The Obama appointed judge rejected every single one of Fair Fight's claims. And then the Politico story this week that her campaign chairman, Allegra Lawrence Hardy, was paid over $9 million in legal fees to prosecute that case. Her firm. It's a small firm, but in any case, a lot of money going to her campaign chairman in what turned out to be a complete rout of a legal case. How much does that hurt her?
Michael, I'm going to send you a check as a thank you note for putting this ball on the tee for me. It's been devastating because it's undermined her entire brand. She has gone around the country and become literally the president of United Earth on Star Trek. She's the Democratic response to the president for the State of the Union as a non-office holder. I mean, she's on the cover of magazines and on The View and Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she's a star, she's a celebrity. Again, the president of United Earth on Star Trek, for whatever that's worth. It seems like a big deal to me, right?
A little better than being governor of Georgia.
Yeah, you'd think. It's a much bigger footprint. And she's built this brand around fighting voter suppression, and the election was stolen from me in 2018. And she said thousands of voters were denied the right to vote in 2018. And that's why she lost. And then they went to court. And you know how many of those thousands of voters they brought before Judge Jones? Zero. They couldn't find any because they don't exist. And as I've been saying for 4 years, if you think there's one person out there who's a legal voter who wasn't allowed to vote, you think that they wouldn't be a celebrity in New York Times Magazine by now? Of course they would be. They'd be cover models. They would love to find that person. They don't exist. It's all house of cards, and it's begun to crumble. I'll say about the $9 million that her campaign chairman got from Fair Fight for this lawsuit that they lost spectacularly. That's just the first 2 years of the lawsuit. We don't have the information yet on the last 2 years. So that number is actually going to be significantly higher than $9 million. They spent $25 million overall with their national fundraising base. The state, in its victorious suit, spent $6 million, to give you some comparison of what the two sides were doing. The $6 million David slayed the $25 million Goliath in this showdown.